To what extent, when you were Kwajalein, were you aware of the war and combat? And I mean, obviously, you were on the edge of it. You didn't really talk about that before.
You were very much aware of it because when you first got there, the 5th Air Force was flying missions over Truk and the Marianas in preparation for the Marianas invasion. And interesting enough, my roommate, Frank Broderick, was a navigator on one of the B-24s who were flying missions. So we were very much aware that there were missions, bombing missions going there. Also, the Marine Air Force had fighter planes, and they were hitting the surrounding islands. See, Kwajalein was held by, of course, the United States.
Right.
And all the islands, not all of them, but there were a range of islands ringing it all the way around it that were held by the Japanese. Well, they didn't bother to take those islands because they were strategically, they couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. They left them alone and moved on. So then, of course, we were aware then of the Mariana invasion because then the hospital planes started coming in, and you'd get one every hour or so, bringing in the wounded.
Right.
And they would fly in. We'd refill them. That was our job, and check any minor complaints that the plane might have. The wounded were to stay in the plane. Now, every time I got a GI, one of my men, that started complaining, I would order him to, next time a hospital plane comes in, you're ordered to go up there and help those men as best you can. And that was quite an experience because the poor men were all kinds of shapes, some without legs and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you never heard a complaint from any of them. And they were so grateful to any attention that you could give them. And they had the nurses, they usually have one nurse, maybe 2 nurses on there, had their hands full, so we would help out. We'd light cigarettes for them and help them anything that you could.
Right.
So that was a good experience.
Was there ever any concern that Kwajalein would be invaded by the Japanese?
Yes, several times.
And how did that play out,
or
affect what you did?
Each of us had a section of the beach to guard. We had about 150 feet, and each of us had a carbine. Now, carbine is a small rifle, as you know. Carbine won't stop anything.
Can you stop me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's the microphone's picking that up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
See, of course, the carbine wouldn't stop anything. But we had Marines who were ready to come to wherever there was an invasion. So usually it was at night, of course, daytime, and you're out on this section of beach in the dark, looking at waves breaking, and those waves look more and more like invasion barges. And your imagination. And what we're supposed to do is, if an invasion barge showed up, we're supposed to stand there, stay there, get behind something, and fire as much as you could, raise as big a ruckus, and that would bring the Marines in behind you.
Right.
So that happened quite a few times.
Did you ever have anybody start firing when there wasn't anything?
No, they were controlled.
Yeah, because I can imagine with the sound of waves, it's almost hypnotic, and before you know it, you could start hearing.
Well, what it is you see, you're looking out over it, and the waves are rising, and all of a sudden the wave is black. It hasn't broken yet.
Yeah.
And you swear that thing is an invasion barge, which looks like that.
Right.